I'm going to be rebuilding the Washington Commanders, but with the new addition of Brandon Aiyuk. And of course, this is just a rumor. It's not an official thing yet. A lot of people are just pointing fingers to the Commanders, Brandon Aiyuk, or even the Chargers or the Steelers. I already did a Steelers Brandon Aiyuk video. I may do a Chargers video next, but as of right now, I think Brandon Aiyuk might actually get traded. I don't think the Niners have the cap availability to keep him on the team. So as of right now, we're going to see how it goes for Jaden Daniels, Brandon Aiyuk, Scary Terry, and Jahan Dotson. It'll be a sick receiving core, but this offensive line still needs some work. And of course, they got Jaden Daniels. That's who we're going to be building Brandon Aiyuk around, with Jaden Daniels, his new young team. This team can be good if it gets the right staff, I would say, because their front office just isn't the best. They did get Dan Quinn as a coach, if I'm mistaken on that. Sorry, but pretty sure it's Dan Quinn. And as you guys can see here, I do not have a first round pick because I gave it up for Brandon Aiyuk, which wouldn't be a horrible move for the Niners. They used a second round pick on Brandon, got a first round pick in return. They obviously can't afford to pay him $30 million a year, which is what he wants in real life. So I'm going to try to match that contract whenever his contract negotiations do come up. But offensively, team looks great. I'm going to start Brian Robinson over Austin Eckler. I think that's what's going to happen in real life. This receiving core is amazing for rookie Jaden Daniels. Again, offensive line needs a little bit of work. Defensively, though, they did trade away Montez Sweat and Chase Young, but they do got Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne. Dorrance Armstrong, he's underrated, but I don't think he's going to be the edge rusher, so I'm going to maybe need to draft a new one there. Emmanuel Forbes, there's been questions about his size all offseason long, so we'll see how that works in real life, but in Madden, he's young, he has start out, he's going to be good. They got a defensive back out of Michigan, they got Jeremy Chin in free agency, they got Bobby Wagner. Honestly, I like Bobby Wagner, but this dude should have just retired. On the Commanders, Bobby Wagner in a Commanders jersey, it just looks gross to me. I don't know why. It just doesn't fit right. Either way, I'm still going to have a Jamin Davis starting at the sub linebacker position. Everyone else looks good. Let's see how Brandon Aiyuk's career could go with the Washington Commanders, and let's see if we can get Brandon Aiyuk and Jaden Daniels a Super Bowl ring in this video. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you guys like and or subscribe. I would appreciate that. Other than that, let's just move into the video. And we are 5-2, top of the division with Brandon Aiyuk and Jaden Daniels. Honestly, our overall ranks just seem mid. They're all in the yellow except our passing game, so that's great for Jaden Daniels and Brandon Aiyuk. The scouting national focus, I may go offensive line, but actually I think I'm going to do outside linebacker so I can get a new edge rusher to replace Chase Young and Montez Sweat. And for the players that get to negotiate, I forgot they had Sam Hartman as a free agent. Yeah, an undrafted free agent. Then Jamin Davis. I'm not going to accept the option just because I just want to pay him his contract now. I wish there was an option just to pay him now. Brandon Aiyuk's contract will show up in the next season. It should have showed up this season, but it is what it is. And we go from 5-2 to 8-9. At least we still stay in the playoffs, coming off a Week 18 35-7 blowout loss to the Cowboys, who we have to play in week wild card, if y'all want to say it like that. But either way, our team ranks defensively, we just sucked for no reason, but I guess it is what it is. For the stats and awards, Jaden Daniels already looks like a top 10 QB, 21st best offense though in the NFL, 29th defense. I don't know how that works, but either way, rookie season Jaden Daniels, who's primarily a running quarterback with almost 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 receptions, and 104 pass rating in his rookie year. That's an amazing rookie year there. And then he has no rushing touchdowns. That's surprising, but 388 rushing yards. I guess that's the playbook we're in. Then Brian Robinson, only 3.7 per carry, but he does have double-digit touchdowns. Brandon Aiyuk here clicking with his new quarterback with 9 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. Scary Terry with 900 yards and 6 touchdowns. Jahan Dotson putting in nice work in the slot with 7 touchdowns and 800 yards. Defensively, Jamin Davis with 142 tackles for a loss, 17 for Deron Payne and Dorrance Armstrong. Sacks, 11 for Deron Payne and Dorrance Armstrong. Okay, Dorrance Armstrong actually performed a lot better than I expected him to. Jonathan Allen with 8 sacks. Frankie Louvu with 7 sacks. Interceptions, 2 for Jamin Davis. Safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. This is surprising that my defense ranked 29th in the league after having all these tackles and all these sacks. Yeah, I don't know how that works, but either way, let's see if we can beat the Cowboys. I highly doubt it. Can we beat the Madden Sim Gods? I was about to say guards. I don't know why. Madden Sim Gods, the Dallas Cowboys. No, we don't. Lose to them week 18 and then back-to-back in the wild card round. 28-17. Let's move into the offseason. And it looks like the Ravens win the Super Bowl on a 2-point conversion against the Cowboys. 28-29. Lamar wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins another league MVP, and there are no awards here for the Commanders. In the NFC East, no Commanders retire, but Brandon Graham does retire on the Eagles. Ryan Tannehill on the Giants. That's weird. And Jaden Daniels does go up to Superstar Dev. I thought he wasn't going to get anything because he didn't win Rookie of the Year, despite him having really good stats for rookie, but he still gets Superstar Dev, so that's amazing for our team. No other upgrades on offense. Defensively, Jonathan Allen already had X Factor, I'm pretty sure. Deron Payne goes up to superstar, but Dorrance Armstrong with similar numbers and a lower overall doesn't go up, which is surprising. Frankie Louvu goes up to star dev, and that looks like that's all for all the upgrades. Honestly, really good start to the season, but keep in mind, again, I do not have a first-round pick, so I'm going to have to try to make something work here in the offseason. And then for the re-signings, Jamin Davis, again, I just don't want to accept this option. I'd rather just pay him. Sam Hartman, of course, I don't need really anyone else there, so I'm just going to skip into free agents. After free agency, we got Josh Hines Allen. If you guys didn't already know, the defensive end in Jacksonville, Josh Allen legally changed his last name to Hines Allen, probably was sick and tired of being mistaken for the quarterback Josh Allen, so that's why he changed it. I guess that's his mom and his dad's last name. I don't know for sure, but as you can see, his face scan isn't in the game anymore. Well, his actual profile picture, because whenever you legally change his name, whenever I did that in my roster, for some reason, it completely took away his face. I don't know why it does that, but either way, we got Josh Allen on the team, Josh Hines Allen now, David Bakhtiari as a left tackle, Kyle Fuller and Shaquille Leonard just as filler players. In the second round, I decided not to go with an edge rusher since Dorrance Armstrong produced us 11 sacks, and we also just got Josh Hines Allen, so I'm going with a middle linebacker to replace Bobby Wagner, and I know I just got Shaq Leonard, but at the same time, he's old, need a younger guy. Greg Goodrich here out of Oklahoma State, not very strong, but he is very fast, very athletic here, 6'3", 232, hidden dev here, A zone coverage, B man, B tackle, he looks great. And of course, that was my second round pick because we don't have a first round pick from the Brandon Aiyuk trade. Now this is the team after the draft. I should have drafted a tight end, but I guess we're gonna rock out with Ben Sinnott as Zach Ertz seems to be cut by the AI. Offense looks a lot better this season. I mean, I guess we just really got David Bakhtiari and just overall improvements with the developments from the previous season. Is Brian Robinson starting? Yeah, just want to make sure of that. Defensively, Goodrich is a 71 overall. I'm going to put him, do I immediately start him? I mean, Bobby Wagner went from an 88 to an 81 within one season, so I don't really know about that. We're going to put Sarah still here. Sainer still? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm just really stupid. But either way, our defensive back core, it's not strong, but it has a lot of depth to it. Got Hines Allen here. Dorrance Armstrong, is he listed as a left end? No, he's listed as a right end. Then I moved Josh Allen to right end, so I'm going to move him back over to left end. And then for our rushing specialist, I could have Frankie Louvu start, but Dorrance Armstrong, these guys both started last year whenever Hines Allen wasn't here. But Frankie Louvu, even though he's the higher overall, Dorrance Armstrong did produce more sacks, so I'm going to start him. And then I would rather have Kyle Fuller in the slot rather than my second string strong safety. Defense looking very good on this, especially on the defensive line here. Linebackers, I mean, Louvu, I think he's already 29, is he not? Yeah, he's 27, which isn't, of course, the worst, but maybe I'll need to replace him in the future. We need Jaden Daniels to develop. Maybe I get a new right tackle, of course, a new tight end, but offensively, our weapons are looking really nice. I just need the development of Jaden Daniels and Brian Robinson to continue to progress, but for now, let's move into the midseason mark. And before I forget, I actually need to get a mentor QB here for Jaden Daniels, so I'm just going to sign Andy Dalton as a mentor for more XP for Jaden Daniels. We are 4-2, but third in the division with the highly contested division. Cowboys being 6-1, top of the division here. Our offensive rushing game is 31st, but we're more of in a passing scheme here. And I mean, 8th in passing yards. We have the best rushing defense in the NFL, 14th. Honestly, these ranks honestly seem pretty legit to me. And then for the scouting national focus, I think I'm just going to do offensive tackle here. For the players who get to negotiate, Brandon Aiyuk doesn't want to be here. He wants to be in a warm weather state. He wants to have a mentor at his position. I don't really know if that matters. Does Scary Terry not count as a mentor? I mean, he's a veteran, but he wanted $30 million a year in real life. So in 2029 and 2030, he's going to get paid $30 million a year, then $32 million a year. So this would technically be a realistic contract of what he's in the range for. I mean, yes, it starts off at $24 million a year, then 25, then 26, but it gets up to $30 million a year. It's not consistent. The contract is backloaded. Of course, we want to win a Super Bowl before we have to pay out Jaden Daniels, but Brandon Aiyuk is going to get his bag here, and he is not even going to accept that. All right, so I guess we're just going to have to push it off till the end of the season. Jamin Davis, I want to pay him. He only wants $7 million a year. I'll absolutely do that. He resigns with the team. And then Sam Cosmi, I do like him, but he wants to have a mentor at his position. I can fix that. Now I'm going to be signing a right guard, Gabe Jackson, just because he has the mentor tag for Sam Cosmi. And then suddenly he has interest with the team. We're going to give him a 5-year deal. 15 million a year is kind of expensive, but at the same time, he is already an 86 overall. Wish he had star dev. Derek Forrest, I'm probably just going to have to let walk and then move my second string strong safety Martin over to his position. And then same thing with Benjamin. Ben Sinnott's supposed to be a 4-year deal, not a 2-year deal. So I only have $10 million left to spend, and honestly don't want Zacchaeus. Really don't want anyone else here. Tressway is mad old. I mean, you got Ahmed here as the kicker, which wouldn't be bad. But either way, I need to pay this man, Brandon Aiyuk, his absolute bag. Derek Forrest is probably going to have to walk. He doesn't have an interest with the team anyways. And I want to make sure I get Brandon Aiyuk's contract done now before it even increases. So I'm just going to simulate to the next week. And we beat the Jaguars at 27-21. We were second in the division, and we could potentially take the division here against the Cowboys if we do beat them. But I need to get this contract out of the way. Brandon Aiyuk, please just accept this. I'm going to have to offer him a little bit more salary this time, so it's a little bit more, and he actually signs with the team. So I'm glad that's done. I only have $9.6 million left to spend in cap room after paying Josh Hines Allen a bunch of money. Good thing I don't have to pay Jaden Daniels during this rebuild unless it goes past 5 years, which I doubt it will. But either way, glad that's out of the way. We got weekly awards as well. What do we got here? Jaden Daniels, 3 passing touchdowns, 11 rushing yards, over 300 total yards. Great game for him. We could potentially take the division here with the Cowboys. Let's see what we got, actually. And we're going to beat the Cowboys 31-21 as we go to 6-2. They go to 7-2. They haven't had their bye week yet. So once that happens, we'll deal with it. But we have a breakout QB, and it's against the Cardinals. That's huge for us. Jaden Daniels, back-to-back NFC player of the week for the offense. Over 300 yards, 3 passing touchdowns. Basically a copy and paste of what he had in the last week, other than the Cowboys. But breakout QB, it's going to be Jaden Daniels, obviously. No, watch it be Andy Dalton. But Jaden Daniels, he could become a superstar X factor here. So let's see if he gets that against the Cardinals. And we win 35-21, taking the division 7-2. Oh, it has to be him, right? Please tell me he got that. 35-21 against the Cardinals. He had to have gotten superstar X Factor. Not too much. He made it known he had hoped. Okay. Got that. Really? Yeah. What was the stats on that game? 35 points? Was that all Brian Robinson? Looking at the player stats here, Jaden Daniels, 3 touchdowns to 1 interception, 138 passing yard, over 300 yards. I think it's the interception. If you throw one interception, it's bad. I know you have to get over... I think it's over 350 passing yards and 4 touchdowns to get the X Factor maybe. If he didn't have that interception, I think he probably would have got it. Rushing wise, did he get anything there? It doesn't look like it. But either way, he still had a really good game at 138 pass rating. It's really crummy how he didn't get that, but I'm not going to force it. Either way, let's just move into the playoffs as we now take the division at 7-2. 13-4, but second in the division, of course, to the Sim Gods, the Cowboys. Despite us beating them, I guess we lost them later in the season. It sucks that we get second in the division to them. I wonder what the tiebreaker was for that. But either way, team ranks look really good other than our defensive passing game. I guess our defensive backs are low overall. But either way, team had a really good season. Stats and awards. Let's see what Jaden Daniels did. Amazing. That's got to be league MVP. Show it to me. Really? Second? Is it the rushing yards? I mean, best offense in the NFL. He is first in passing yards and passing touchdowns, and 16th defense. He's 7th in passer rating, a 125 passer rating, and then 8 touchdowns, 43 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. How many rushing yards did he have? He had over 5,000 total yards, no rushing touchdowns. Brian Robinson did pretty good, other than his 3.8 per carry. Let's compare this to Lamar. Lamar had 3 less interceptions. He had a worse passer rating. He had less touchdowns. He had less passing yards, but total-wise, he did not. Did he? No, he had 4,300 yards total, or about 4,400 yards total. And then touchdowns, quick maths in my brain, he had 42 total touchdowns. So we had 43 total touchdowns, all passing touchdowns, no rushing touchdowns. We had more total touchdowns, more total interceptions by 3 more interceptions, a better passer rating, and we had like almost 1,000 more yards, really. So Lamar only beats us by having less interceptions, but yet we still have the better passer rating. So I don't see why we don't get the league MVP over him. I think we were snubbed out of that, and I think we should have got that. We still have the better passer rating despite our interceptions, and rushing-wise, well, total yards-wise, we still have more. So I'm kind of upset about that. But either way, Jaden Daniels is my league MVP. But Brian Robinson here, 1,100 yards, 3.8 per carry only, but 13 touchdowns is nice. Brandon Aiyuk, over 100 receptions, almost 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns. Amazing year. Jahan Dotson, 9 touchdowns, almost 1,200 yards. I hope that gets him superstar dev. And then Scary Terry with 10 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Ben Sinnott with 900 yards and 11 touchdowns. He's definitely going to get star dev for that at least. So hopefully he does, and it seems like I don't have to replace my tight end now. Defensively, Jamin Davis with 120 tackles for a loss, 13 for Jonathan Allen, sacks, 15.5 for Josh Hines Allen, 9.5 for Jonathan Allen. Oh, there's too many Allens on the team, man. And then Deron Payne with 8 sacks, 6 for Dorrance Armstrong, interceptions 2 for Mike Sainristil. I'm stupid, but either way, my boy Mike got 2 interceptions, same with Jeremy Chin and Kyle Fuller and Emmanuel Forbes. Safeties on the team is going to be 0, defensive touchdowns is going to be 0. Now we are 13-4. If we lose in the very first round to a home field advantage 6-11 Seattle Seahawks, I'm going to be mad. But we beat them 31-14. Here to face the 11-6 Philadelphia Eagles. We have the home field advantage because they finished 3rd in the division. Hopefully we can beat them here. Jaden Daniels gets his first playoff win and gets 2 here. Here to face J.J. McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings in the conference championship. Thank God someone knocked out the Cowboys before we got here. Let's see if we can beat them to give Jaden Daniels his first ever Super Bowl appearance. Here we are against the Minnesota Vikings. They're going to open up with 7. We're going to respond with 7. Nice start. J.J. McCarthy does not score a touchdown there, but we don't either. 14-7, 14-14. I think it's realistically your league MVP versus J.J. McCarthy here, but it's a 21-21 game. I like this format in Sim much better than College Football's 25. College Football 25 has a weird angle, but we're going to run up the score by 2 scores here. 31-21 as we beat the Minnesota Vikings, and Jaden Daniels, the People's League MVP, is going to the Super Bowl. Please don't let it be the Chiefs. Please don't let us play the Chiefs. I don't want to play the Chiefs. No Chiefs. No Chiefs. I don't want to play the Chiefs. Okay, you know what? That's better than Chiefs. I'll take the Bengals. Still a hard team, but yeah, as long as it's not the Chiefs, I don't want to play anyone else. That's cool with me. Either way, Jaden Daniels goes up to Superstar X Factor with some abilities here. We're not going to do Truz, dude. We're going to do like run and gun. That's a lot better. Either way, I'm going to keep the Superstar abilities the same. Everyone else here looks the same. Jahan Dotson, I was really hoping he would get Superstar Dev. Ben Sinnott, though, does go up to Star Dev. That's nice to see. Defensively, anyone else for the upgrades? Looks like Goodrich comes with Superstar Dev. No other upgrades on defense, though. We're in the Super Bowl here against Joe Burrow. See if we can hand him his 2nd Super Bowl loss. And Brandon Aiyuk, potentially, he could get his 2nd Super Bowl loss here as well. Would it be his 3rd? I don't know. Was he on the team in 2020 with the Chiefs and the Niners Super Bowl? I don't know. I could just be wrong about that. Either way, let's see if we can beat the Bengals. Here we are against the Cincinnati Bengals. They're going to open up with 3. We're going to respond with 7. Nice start for us. 10-3 against the Bengals. Defense is holding strong, even though they're ranked 16th in the league. Offense is ranked first. 17-9 here. Bengals no touchdowns yet, and they get their first one there. 24-16, 31-16. Our defense held very strong throughout the game. Our offense did well, as that's going to be the end of it. 34-23 as Jaden Daniels and Brandon Aiyuk both get their first ever Super Bowl win here. When was the last time the Redskins or the Commanders or whatever actually won a Super Bowl? I don't even know. Like the 60s? Have they even won one? Technically with the Redskins. The Commanders, obviously not, but either way, this is already going to be a successful rebuild. We still got 2 more years to go. See if we can build a legacy with Jaden Daniels and Brandon Aiyuk. And your Super Bowl MVP is Emmanuel Forbes. That's a surprise. Lamar Jackson wins the league MVP. We all know it's Jaden Daniels. And really, not even... Why does Lamar win Offensive Player of the Year and League MVP? You couldn't have at least given Offensive Player of the Year to Jaden Daniels, dude? Come on. In the NFC East, Andy Dalton and Bobby Wagner retire with a Super Bowl ring. Chandler Jones retires on the Giants, and then Darius Slay on the Eagles. And for the re-signings, I have $45 million to spend. Jahan Dotson. Do I accept the option, or should I just... I mean, it just pushes it back another year. It really wouldn't be the worst option here because I wouldn't have to do it in year 4 anyway. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to accept the option for Jahan Dotson, push off that contract a little bit longer. Everyone else here I'm just not interested in. I need a new kicker and a new punter, maybe a new depth defensive back as well. So let me look in free agency. This is really tempting because we got Hufanga here and we got Chardavius Ward. I need a new free safety now that I lost Forrest or Forsett or whatever as a defensive back. The Niners just lost their entire team here. I wouldn't mind getting all these guys, but I only have $44 million here, which seems like a lot, but it's really not with the upcoming contracts that I have. I think I'm just going to go with Hufanga and move him. We'll actually move Jeremy Chin back to free safety because he originally played there. So we're going to do Hufanga, see what we can get him. Oh my gosh, and the Packers are going in on him. Don't you already have Xavier McKinnon and Javon Bullard, dude? We'll see if we get him, and then I'm going to look into a kicker and a punter. After free agency, I did get Hufanga, so I'm going to move Jeremy Chin over to free safety, and then I got Harrison Butker and Ryan right here for special teams. I only have $14 million left in cap room, probably won't be able to participate in another free agency, but this makes the team even better than it already was, so I think we could go back-to-back Super Bowls here. In the first round, picking up third-string defensive back here, probably going to play him in the slot. Luke Hatchett, 6'3", 200 pounds, zone archetype out of Rice, 92 speed, 90 acceleration. He had elite strength. 73 is actually really good for defensive back, so that makes sense. Hidden dev, A awareness, B catching, B press. It says B to D zone coverage, but he has C man coverage already, and his archetype is zone, so I'm assuming that zone coverage is ranked to B. And these guys, dude, 350 pounds, 6'3". I don't care if he has poor acceleration. The elite strength is what I'm looking for. James Mooney, hidden dev, 97 strength as a rookie is absolutely insane. 47 change direction is atrocious. Either way, I want to keep stacking on my defense because it was ranked 16th in the league last season, and my offense was ranked first, of course. So James Mooney here, my boy, probably got a big moon at 350 pounds. My God. Now, this is the Brandon Aiyuk Commanders team going into year number 3. Offensively, we were number 1 in the league last year, so I'm not even going to worry about it. I think Andrew Wiley's contract is coming up. I'll probably let him go because of my cap issues that are about to start coming up. Goodrich is only up to a 75, 76 with a boost. Hatchett's a 75. Mooney is a 75. Defense is so stacked out. We got Hufanga, Martin as a second string. Defense looks great. Dorrance Armstrong, I don't know if I'm going to re-sign him if his contract comes up. Going to move up Brian Robinson. Jahan Dotson's going to play in the slot, and then Hatchett's also going to play in the slot here. Everything else looks pretty good to me. I'd rather have Dorrance Armstrong over Frankie Louvu, but he only had 6 sacks last season, so I guess I'll just give Frankie Louvu a chance. Then we move Goodrich to the number 1 here, just so that way he can get a little bit more XP. Actually, I think it's better just to have Jamin Davis long-term there, so it's fine if Goodrich is the number 2 for now, and then Shaq Leonard is on the final year of his contract. Maggie here, or McGee, it's Maggie, will be starting over Shaq Leonard. 88 overall team. The team has only improved since last season, so I'm sure we're going to go 6-11 and miss the playoffs, but for now, let's move to the midseason mark for year number 3. 6-0, top of the division. Can't wait to go on an 11-game losing streak, but for our team ranks, defense is all in the greens. Offense suddenly fell off a cliff, so I guess they just switched sides this season. Either way, team looks really good. And for the scouting national focus, I really don't need anything, but I think I'm just going to go offensive tackle again just in case I need to replace Andrew Wiley. And for the players that get to negotiate, got to do Scary Terry, Jonathan Allen. Brian Robinson doesn't want to be here. He doesn't like the scheme fit. Dude, we won a Super Bowl with the scheme fit. I'm not changing it. That's the dumbest reason why you don't. Oh, I don't like the scheme fit that's winning us Super Bowls. Oh, sorry, bud. But I'm going to lose a lot of my team here. Tyler is probably going to have to walk as well. All these guys, Cleveland Farrell, I don't want him, or Farrell. And then Austin Eckler, Shaq Leonard, all these other guys I just don't want. Yeah, Andrew Wiley's here as I predicted. Emmanuel Forbes, I'm probably just going to accept that option. Scary Terry's going to have to stay. That's just a must here. $24 million a year. He re-signs with the team. Jonathan Allen, we're going to do a 3-year contract with him. He re-signs with the team. And just like that, I'm down to $13 million. I want Jeremy Chin, but I also have Martin on the team. How much does Jeremy Chin want? Really not a lot. That's really not too much to ask for. But Brian Robinson, do I have to... I'm going to have to choose one or the other. That's a problem here. But at the same time, it really shouldn't be a problem because I have a second-string strong safety, Martin, that's ready to fill in Jeremy Chin. So Frankie Louvu is going to have to walk just because he doesn't want to be here. He wants to be in a warm weather state instead of winning Super Bowls. So yeah, Dorrance Armstrong, same case. Yeah, I think I'm just going to bite the bullet here. Brian Robinson is the franchise running back. I'm going to sign him. I have $4.6 million. It's obviously not enough. Well, just barely under to sign Jeremy Chin. Since he has interest with the team, can I extend his contract, then dump down? I highly doubt he's going to accept this. Highly doubt this, yeah. He doesn't want that. That makes sense. Jeremy Chin is not going to sign with the team. We're going to lose Jeremy Chin, Frankie Louvu, Dorrance Armstrong, our center, second string free safety, and all these other extras. Emmanuel Forbes, I'll accept his contract, but if we're going to win back-to-back Super Bowls, now is the time to do it. 14-3, top of the division, first round bye, coming off a meaningless loss to the Packers in Week 18, as our defensive ranks all in the green, all top 5. You love to see it. Number 1 in defensive points per game. Passing is 2nd in the league. Offensive points per game is 11th. Stats and awards, Jaden Daniels looks amazing once again. Not as good as last season, but still amazing. Then 2nd best offense in the NFL, 2nd best defense, a lot more balanced here, as it looks like, wow, Jaden Daniels 7th for league MVP? That's surprising, but still, 4,500 yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. That's probably why instead of 8 like how he had last year. 114 passer rating. Brian Robinson really developing nicely here. 4.1 average, 15 touchdowns, 1,300 yards. Jaden Daniels finally with a rushing touchdown here, which makes a lot more sense. I guess it's just the playbooks we're in. And then 350 rushing yards. Brandon Aiyuk, another 100 reception season with almost another 1,500 yard season. Then 8 touchdowns, 11 touchdowns for Jahan Dotson, 1,100 yards. If he doesn't get superstar, I'm going to force it. Dude had back-to-back seasons of double-digit touchdowns with 1,100 yards. He deserves it. Scary Terry under 1,000 yards, but almost to it, really. But 8 touchdowns. Then Ben Sinnott with 3 touchdowns, almost 700 yards. Defensively, Jamin Davis with 126 tackles for a loss, 16 for Daron Payne, 15 for Josh Hines Allen, Jonathan Allen with 15, and then Frankie Louvu with 10 sacks. 28 for Josh Hines Allen. My God, dude. Oh my gosh. Frankie Louvu did pretty good over Dorrance Armstrong with 8 sacks. Jonathan Allen with 7.5 sacks. 4 sacks for Daron Payne. Josh Hines Allen just ate up everyone's sacks. My God, dude. Anyways, 3 interceptions for Jamin Davis and Luke Hatchett, the rookie. Nice to see. Safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. And who will we be playing in the divisional round to potentially go to back-to-back Super Bowls here? As we will be playing the 9-8 Atlanta Falcons. Who is their QB? I never see Michael Penix step up as the QB in the Falcons team, but it's still Kirk Cousins and Trey Lance is here. Okay, that's cool, I guess. But I guess it's Bengals franchise with Trey Lance. If you know, you know. But Kirk Cousins, I don't know how he's here, and literally Michael Penix is off the team before Kirk Cousins, which is surprising. Can we beat the Atlanta Falcons to move on to the conference championship? And the answer is yes. 19-17 here to face the 11-6 Philadelphia Eagles to see if we can go to back-to-back Super Bowls. Here we are at the trashy FedEx Field, but we start out 7-0 over the Eagles, and we get the ball at half at 7-7, 14-7 here, 14-14, 21-14 at half. We start out with a punt, but okay, but 21-21, 24-21, very tight game, 2-score game now. They're going to make it a 1-score game. Huge run from Brian Robinson, seals out the game. 38-28 as we will be going back-to-back Super Bowls, and it's another 4-touchdown game for Jaden Daniels with 148 passer rating as he is balling out with Brandon Aiyuk, Scary Terry, and Jahan Dotson. And we go back-to-back here with the Bengals. Can we hand Joe Burrow and the Bengals their 3rd Super Bowl loss here? My God, that'd be actually crazy. What's crazier is the fact that Jahan Dotson is putting up these type of stats here, and he's not getting superstar dev. So I'm going to force this. He has back-to-back seasons of over 1,100 yards, and he had 8 touchdowns in the previous season. He had 11 in this one. He's an amazing slot player for us, especially with the level of competition that's on this team. He more than deserves superstar dev. The fact that Brian Robinson isn't getting superstar dev either is shocking to me, but I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Brandon Aiyuk is a 99 overall without the boost. The team seems to be an absolute baller. Defensively, any other upgrades? I mean, can Josh Allen go past a 99 for getting 28 sacks in a season? Luke Hatchett here gets superstar dev. Does he get it or does he come with it? I don't really see any other upgrades for the team, so I'm going to look real quick. And it seems like he came with superstar dev, so that was just an absolute W move for me. I could have just missed it. But either way, let's see if we can beat Joe Burrow and the Bengals back-to-back. Here we are against the Bengals. They're going to open up a 7. Nice start for them. 7-7 though. Nice response. 10-7, 14-10, and we get ball at half. Nice stuff for the team. 17-14 and 17-17.5. We open up half with another 7. 24-24. Bengals are keeping it real close here rather than last time. 31-24, and that will be the dagger. 34-24 as Joe Burrow is 0-3 in the Super Bowl. Bengals fans are in absolute shambles, but Commanders fans are rejoicing here as Jaden Daniels wins back-to-back Super Bowl rings along with Brandon Aiyuk. And your Super Bowl MVP this time is Jaden Daniels. Patrick Mahomes wins another league MVP. Josh Hines Allen wins Defensive Player of the Year and seems to be balling for the Commanders. Let's see if we can go for the 3-peat here and be like those annoying little Chiefs fans. But either way, even if we do go for the 3-peat, the team's going to fall apart, so I don't quite know about that. There are no retirements here for the NFC East. Let's see what we have for the re-signings and in terms of cap. So I'm going to accept the option for Emmanuel Forbes, but now I have $12 million in cap room. I got a little bit more wiggle room here. Do I re-sign my center or do I re-sign Jeremy Chin? I know I have Jeremy Chin's replacement, but it's good to have depth at that position. I'm going to lose Frankie Louvu and Dorrance Armstrong for sure, but do I re-sign the offensive lineman? I mean, I could just draft one. It's really $12 million a year. No, for a normal dev, 81 overall, 28-year-old guy. Yeah, absolutely not. Jeremy Chin, what was the neutral offer? Yeah, we're just gonna drop you this neutral offer, and he re-signs on that. Not gonna give that dude $12 million a year. And then anyone else, Austin Eckler's so old. If he was like a 78 overall, I wouldn't mind him. Andrew Wiley, he wants $7 million. That's not in my cap budget. So let's look at who we're going to lose here. We're going to be losing Frankie Louvu here, Dorrance Armstrong, my center, and then also any other starters that I really want to point out. Andrew Wiley. So I'm losing the inside and part of the outside of my offensive line. Losing 2 edge rushers here that are kind of fighting for reps. So one of these guys are starters. I would consider Frankie Louvu the starter. Either way, I'm going to have to draft probably a new edge and a new offensive tackle and a new center, so that's going to be hard to do. But let's see what we have. Caleb Cheeks, dude. What a name. Out of Florida State here. Power rusher, 6'5", 261, great strength. Not too athletic, though, other than the strength. A pursuit, B play rec. Caleb Cheeks just seems like such a baller name, but is there any other better edge rusher on the board? Keep in mind, I'm at pick 32. I don't really have too many options for crazy edge rushers. This guy's a run stopper, definitely more of an outside linebacker than an actual rusher. And then right ends. This guy doesn't look bad, but he's definitely more of a 3-4 defensive end. And then the left end's 314 pounds. I mean, he has A's across the board, but again, that's a 3-4 defensive end, not a 4-3. And any other guys that really look good? No. The guy here is definitely going to be my boy, Caleb Cheeks out of Florida State. Go Noles, baby. Hidden dev. The Cheeks is coming after your cheeks. 82 strength, 84 acceleration, hidden dev. We already looked at the skills. Caleb Cheeks is going to replace Frankie Louvu. And at the end of the second round, getting a new center. He has normal dev, but it's fine. 89 strength is really good for a rookie, and so many A's across the board. Surprising that this guy's a normal dev, but I'll take it. And suddenly I have $28 million in cap room. I don't know how that works, but I'm going to be signing offensive tackle free agent Rob Havenstein, who's a 79 overall. My current right tackle is at a 70 overall, so I'll take this. And did Andrew Wiley, it seems like he did get signed, but not bad for a free agent signing. Connor McGovern's a 73. This guy's a 71. That one's a 71 as well. So Connor McGovern's, do I sign him? My current rookie's a 73 overall, so I guess it's really not that big of a deal. Now, this is the team going into the 4th and final year, trying to go for the 3-peat here. Got Rob Havenstein as the replacement. Ward is a 73. Our other center was like a 78. Not really that big of a regression here. Team looks absolutely amazing. Who is this guy? Frost? A superstar rookie QB who's a 58 overall. Eric Frost. Godly name with frosted tips out of Pittsburgh. This is godly Kenny Pickett. Scrambler archetype, 85 speed, 86 acceleration. I need to see a career simulation of this guy immediately. Eric Frost is going to be the next GOAT. Either way, I don't think any other team will sign him, but that's actually so sick that I randomly got that. I thought that was a kicker for a second. I was like, there's no way a kicker's a 58 overall quarterback. But either way, offense looks great. I'm surprised David Bakhtiari didn't retire after either of those Super Bowl wins. And then defensively, it's amazing. Caleb Cheeks, he's a baller. He's going to clap your cheeks, probably clap your mom's as well. I was about to say Caleb Hatchett. Luke Hatchett is a superstar dev. Everyone else looks good here. Didn't lose too much in the offseason. Still an 89 overall. Let's just skip the midseason mark and see if we make the playoffs. We'll probably will. Let's see if we go for the 3-peat for the 4th and final year. 15-2, top of the division. Still losing to the Cowboys in Week 18, so I guess it was a meaningless loss there, or a meaningless game. But either way, offensive points per game is 1st. Defensive points per game is 8th. Everything's in the green except for a rushing game, which is 16th, but that's fine with me. 91 overall team. Jaden Daniels last week, despite the loss, he had 3 touchdowns, 79% completion percentage, and 301 yards. I don't know how you have 3 touchdowns. Was that? Oh, that was week 17. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, how do you have 3 touchdowns but only 17 points? Either way, Jaden Daniels looks like your league MVP, 2nd in passer rating, 2nd best offense, and then 2nd best defense. Buster Cherry, top 10 coach of all time after only 4 seasons. Then yearly awards, Jaden Daniels finally doesn't get snubbed. If you got snubbed by Dak, I would be so upset. Either way, Jaden Daniels, 4,700 yards, 48 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, 134 pass rating, amazing year, along with another 3 rushing touchdowns and almost 400 rushing yards. He's a baller. Brian Robinson, 19 touchdowns, 4.0 per carry, almost 1,300 yards. With 19 touchdowns, he easily deserves superstar dev. Hope he gets it. Brian Robinson came from Alabama. Am I stupid? I never knew that. I don't know why I just noticed that. Either way, Brandon Aiyuk, another season with over 100 receptions, this time almost 110. 1,500 yards, finally crosses that mark. And then 14 touchdowns, amazing. Jahan Dotson, 13 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. This could be X Factor, dude. Almost 100 receptions, 1,300 yards. Well, not 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns, almost 1,200 yards. Scary Terry with 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Ben Sinnott with 4 touchdowns, 600 yards. baller receiving core here. And then defensively, what do we got? Jamin Davis with 121 tackles for a loss, 17 for Josh Hines Allen, 16 for Jonathan Allen, 12 for Caleb Cheeks, the rookie. Okay, this is a great rookie stat line for an edge rusher. Pick 32, Caleb Cheeks out of Florida State. Go Noles, baby. 8.5 sacks, 12 tackles for a loss, 54 total tackles. Great rookie season for Caleb Cheeks. Sacks, 16 for Josh Allen, 8.5 for Caleb Cheeks, 8 for Jonathan Allen, 7 for Daron Payne, and then interceptions, 3 for Luke Hatchett, 3 for Jeremy Chin. This is a dynasty here, dude. Safeties, 1 for Caleb Cheeks, and then defensive touchdowns is 1 for Luke Hatchett. I think that's the first of the entire video. Luke Hatchett gets it. He seems to be a baller. Let's see who we're going to be playing in the divisional round. We're going to be playing the 10-7 Seattle Seahawks. They were 6-11 in the playoffs just a couple seasons ago, weren't they? Let's see if we can beat them, as we do, 28-21. Here to face the Dallas Cowboys. Like, do I hop into this? I mean, I think I am, because I want to go for the three-peat, and I don't want to lose to Dak Prescott, so let's see what we have. I really wish I upgraded this field now that we're Super Bowl winning champions, but either way, let's see what we have here, as they're going to start out 14-3 on us. Oh my gosh, they're just dropping us off here because it's the Madden sim gods, as we finally score our first touchdown here, 21. Okay, 18, the comeback is real. No way. Jaden Daniels, do it to him. Do it to him. 3rd and 3, key moments. Let me hop in. Let me hop in. Let's do it to him. 3rd down and 3. Let's see what we have. I'll do X underneath just to get the first down with Brandon Aiyuk. Wearing number 89 is gross, but it's fine. I want to keep playing this because I want to drain down the clock. So let me just cook here. Let me cook for a second. They're pressed up on Scary Terry. Why isn't Brandon Aiyuk lined up on the outside? But either way, let's see what Scary Terry has. He doesn't have him, but Jahan Dotson could be there for the touchdown. And wow, Trayvon Diggs jumps up at the last second. 2nd and 10. 2nd down and 10. Let's see what we have. Let's roll to the outside. I'm going to have Brandon Aiyuk underneath. Nice crossbody throw. Let's hurry up. 3rd and 2. 3rd down and 2. Yes, I'm just running this ball. Please just push forward. No, it's going to be 4th and 1. I'm going to take a timeout. I mean, realistically, I shouldn't have taken that timeout there. I mean, I think they'll get in field goal range in time. I'm going for this. I honestly think that they will get in field goal range in time. And honestly, with how fast Jaden Daniels is, I think he has like 90 speed. I can definitely cheese this. Double team Micah Parsons on the outside. And I know it's cheesy, but I'm just going to do it anyways. Jaden Daniels is crazy fast. We're just going to move him to the outside. My God, you didn't have to push him that hard. Either way, he looks injured, but he's not. 1st and goal. And they do not have a goal line set here, and I want to burn some of this clock. So this is not Brian Robinson. It's the 2nd string back. He's going to get a touch. Let's spam hurry up here and just spam it with the 2nd string back. I don't know why Brian Robinson isn't just thugging it out this late in the game. So let's just spam the running back again, and the 2nd string running back is going to win us the game here against the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to make it a 4-point game. They're going to be out of reach, and the Cowboys won't be able to make it back, as we are going to our 3rd Super Bowl in a row. I hope we get to play the Bengals once again. And it's going to be the 17-0 Chiefs this time. My God, we have to stop the Chiefs fans, as the Bengals got eliminated in the 1st round. We have to stop the little kids Chiefs fans saying, oh my gosh, we're the first team to ever win an undefeated Super Bowl. I mean, the Dolphins did it, but 17-0 Super Bowl hasn't happened yet, and nobody does 16-0 Super Bowl. I mean, the Patriots did it 16-0, but they didn't win because, of course, your savior, Eli Manning, stopped that. Jaden Daniels is a 99 overall with the boost, and he has a couple XP points as well. Brian Robinson, I'm giving him superstar dev. The dude just had 19 touchdowns in a season with, what, like 1,400 yards? He easily deserves superstar dev. And Sam Cosmi finally goes up to star dev. He should have had it a while ago, and the offensive line is looking better and better. 92 overall team. Any other upgrades? Jeremy Chin goes up to superstar dev. That's nice to see. And Cheeks only comes with star dev. He had a really good rookie season. I was surprised he doesn't go up to superstar dev. But either way, let's go to the upgrade players and then see if we can knock off the 17-0 bandwagon Chiefs fans off of this. This would be crazy if Mahomes did this in real life. Probably will at one point, but either way, let's see if we can go for our three-peat. We're like the Avengers right now. The weight of the world is in our hands, because if we lose this, then we will never hear the end of it from the 9-year-olds, the 9-year-old Chiefs fans, because that's how the age of all the Chiefs fans, or they're like in their mid-20s and listening to Taylor Swift. But either way, 28-21 here. It was a rough start, 35-21. The offense is just like pounding us, dude, kind of like how Travis Kelce pounds Taylor Swift. But either way, 35, no, okay, we're going to lose this. I'm going to be real, and we're never going to hear the end of it from Taylor Swift fans and 9-year-olds. Oh my gosh, no, 42-28, our offense just got stomped. Our second best ranked defense in the league just got absolutely trounced by the now 18-0 Kansas City Chiefs. And if this happened in real life, easily Patrick Mahomes would be considered the greatest player, not quarterback, greatest player in NFL history, basically in any sports history, dude. Like, this would be crazy if this happened in real life. But Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl MVP, Jaden Daniels wins the league MVP, Buster Cherry wins Coach of the Year. No other awards here for the Commanders. Easily, not just a successful and absolute dominant rebuild here with Brandon Aiyuk and Jaden Daniels in this Commanders rebuild. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like and or subscribe. Let me know if you guys got any suggestions down below. I'll feature your comment in the video if I do take the suggestion. But anyways, guys, apart from that, once again, I thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.